And good afternoon to all of our folks tuning in here live here on Zaleski Sports. Coming live from Spud Field here at the WIAA Park Complex here in Plover, Wisconsin for today's softball doubleheader matchup here on this glorious type of Friday that we have right here between the Pachelli Cardinals and the Rosholt Hornets. Brendan Retzloff here to do the broadcasting for you guys here for this one today. Starting pitcher matchup in the game that we have for the Rosholt Hornets, it's Addie Gaggis, and then for the Pachelli Cardinals, it will be Hannah Trzynski on the mound. Even though, from my time covering this Pachelli Cardinals team, Hannah Trzynski is the number 3 of the starters right now on the season, but it is still a heck of a season coming from the senior. Hannah Trzynski pitched 5 games so far this year. She's 1-1, has a save on the season, and her ERA is at .95 here in the season. And the Rosholt Hornets, they're 7-6 on the year, 4-4 in third place in the Central Wisconsin South. And then the Pachelli Cardinals, being them state champion, defending champion selves, 14-1, 7-0 in conference play. And we're going to talk a little more about their 7-0 conference record here in just a moment or so. Natalie Rink to lead off for the Rosholt Hornets here in Game 1. Here in this Game 2 set that we have. Monday's game in Rosholt was rained out, so that game got postponed, sent it all the way back to here. So I'm not sure if this second game will flip who's the home team and the away team, but we will find out. Trzynski's second pitch goes into the dirt, gets away. And Natalie Rink sitting on a really good count here to begin this ball game. And Hannah Trzynski, she was really dominant in her past couple of years, especially the year that they won the title. She was the number 1 pitcher on the team. This one hits the zone to go 3. A long time. Runner goes. The throw back to first is in time as Kaylin Yenter throws a dime to Amelia Martini at first base for the first out. And Rink is down on the base pads after a walk. What a play there by Kaylin Yenter, the junior. And she has done a fantastic amount of work behind the plate here this season for the Pachelli Cardinals. There's been 1 stolen base attempt on her in the record that we have for you, and she got the caught stealing part of it, so she can lock them down. And that second one kind of just caught sleeping over there. Kaylee Phillips here at the plate for the Hornets. Sam Johnson's team, like I said, 7-6, 4-4 in conference play in the Central Wisconsin South. And their schedule after these games against Pachelli, it's about to their level of competition. Pachelli is just that great of a team, and down goes Phils for out number 2. It's a strikeout for Hannah Trzynski. So Olivia Ostrowski batting in the 3rd spot here for Rosholt will come to the plate. And like I said, this is a beautiful day. 72 degrees first pitch temperature. We expect conditions to stay like this throughout our 3.5 hours of broadcasting that we will get to do here of this game, or here in this 2-game set. A swing and a miss. Pitched 3 perfect games in a row in conference play. Pachelli has been a force to be reckoned with this season. It's a 3-2 count to Ostrowski. Trzynski's pitch down in the dirt for a ball. and she will take a walk. Now it's the cleanup hitter being the pitcher today. And Addie Yagas. Addie wearing number 1 and playing the number 1 spot on the defense as the pitcher. So the order for the Hornets, it went Natalie Rink, then Kaylee Filtz, Olivia Ostrowski, Addie Gagas, Gracie Flees, Izzy Zablewski, Isabel Groshek, Morgan Nyman, and Ellie Sharon Bark. As for the Cardinals on defense, Trzynski pitching to Kaylin Yenter over at first base, Amelia Martini. Then at second, this one is hit into the outfield, and it gets by the right fielder, Rylan Mayick. Runners rounding the bases, going home, and the Hornets put up the first run in conference play against the Pachelli Cardinals here in the season. And the pitcher was the one to do it. An RBI triple for Addie. A 1-0 ball game. Not the start you'd normally see.
Your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Pan-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
And welcome back to Spud Field, everybody. Today's game is presented by Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. Schofield Avenue in Weston as well, another one of those locations of Auto Select. Maddie Pionic, the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals, and she has been batting very well from that position. But how about this? The Rosholt Hornets putting up that 1 run in the first inning. It very possibly could have been 2 if Natalie Rink wasn't caught sleeping at first base. And that would have been huge, but nonetheless, it's 1 run on the board. And that shuts down the 4 games in a row of a possible no-hitter. And the possibility of 8 consecutive shutouts in conference play for the Pachelli Cardinals. That is the very first run in conference play. And just to tell you how dominant Pachelli is in conference play, 7-0, like I said, 106 runs put up on the scoreboard in the 7 games. 0 earned runs. You talk about a crazy differential. This one down the line, just foul. So Pionic in the leadoff. Then it's followed by Katie Elka. Hannah Trzynski batting 3rd. Kaylin Yenter 4th. Kelsey Giese batting 5th. Amelia Martini in the 6th spot. Ava Tess batting 7th, Ella Van Order in the 8th spot, and Rylan Mayick to round up the starting 9. Popped up in the air, foul, and it goes right off the back of Pionic after it hit the net. Katie Elka hits one right up to Gagas at the pitcher position for the first out, and Maddie Pionic is going to advance all the way to third base with 1 away. And sorry for our little technology delay there. Our hotspot right now is being a little bit iffy. We're hoping that we don't run into a majority of issues as we go along the way here in this doubleheader. This pitch down into the dirt, drops in there for a ball. It's a 2-0 count to Hannah Trzynski. Hannah Trzynski, she was the hero in Tuesday evening's ball game against Poynette. Hit that RBI triple to put Pachelli up 1-0 in the third inning of the ball game. And that was the only run of that game. That game was a masterclass gem from both of the pitchers, but Peyton Mansell got the best in the duel of pitchers between her and Morgan Gunderson. 3-1. It's a ground ball. No play is going to be made. Now Pionic's going home. The throw to the plate. It's not in time, and it's a sacrifice to even up the game at 1 from Hannah Trzynski. And Pionic did the right thing, looking right at Gages to see where she would go up the throw, was leading a little bit off of that third base, and noticed that Addie ended up going over to first base on the throw, and she figured with the math in her head she could make it back to the plate in time before the tag could have been applied from Morgan Nyman. And she calculated it. We are tied at 1. So once again, Hannah Trzynski bats the runner in. Kaylin Yenter in the cleanup spot with a 2-0 count, a good hitter's count for the junior. The pitch hit well into the outfield, and it's going to drop over there in right. And Kaylin Yenter has her first hit of the ball game. Runner at first for Kelsey Giese. Looked to drop a bunt, decided to go back on it, and Kaylin Yenter swipes second base. Just not a chance. Pachelli's so aggressive with their base running, and it's really paid dividends for them this season. This pitch in their first strike. Nice pitch from Addie there. Oh, 0-2 the count. We'll see what she brings. Fastball popped up just over here towards our broadcasting booth. And we'll try it again at 0-2. Runner in scoring position. Addie's pitch up high and away. One and two. Kelsey Giese hits one high and hard over into right, and it drops into the gap right at the wall. And scoring from second is Kaylin Yenter as Kelsey Giese has an RBI double to just like that put Pachelli back into the lead column. Put a really great swing on that bat there, and now this one goes right into the gap, and it's going to be a base hit and an RBI single for Amelia Martini. So all three runs scoring with 2 outs here for Pachelli. And this is the tough thing about this. And if we were able to get that on camera, she slid into there very late, with about maybe 1 or 2 feet left. And Martini on second. Ava Tessier at the plate. Ella Van Order waiting on deck. Drops a bunt right down the line. Gagas with a nice pick, but it goes over the hands of the... That's the advantage of being the best team in Division 5. I would probably rule that as a base hit. It would have been a really difficult play. And Addie made a really great pick with the bare hand. And then she tried to get it over to Ostrowski there at first, and the ball just went a little bit too high for her to catch and make a play. Van Order set to bunt, and now Tess slides into second, and she swipes a base pad. Four steals. I mean, 3 of them stolen bases. Another one of them was just a pitch that got away. 0-2 the count. To the sophomore. Here's the pitch. And this one finds the outer part of the zone for a strikeout looking. But the Pachelli Cardinals conclude this first inning with 4 runs. Pachelli on top of Rosholt here in the CWC South. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. At this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street. Join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Friday, May 31st is the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment. Also, enjoy free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, June 1st, the parade starts at 11 a.m. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at Upham Mansion. Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting outdoor beverage garden with live music. For more information, visit marshfieldchamber.com.
And welcome back to today's game, everybody. One pitch into the top of the second inning as the commercial ran a little. Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. 2-0. This time she finds the strike zone. Izzy Zabluski here at the plate here in the second inning to lead off for the Hornets. Based on this first inning of this game, Rosholt, they came to play. This time it's the same outcome of the pitch, 2-2. Two and two. And this pitch just a little up high with the fastball. Trzynski thought she had it. Yunter, she does a great job behind the plate too, framing those pitches for her. We'll see what it is. Another full count, the third of the game. This time it's down on strikes. The other two outcomes were walks. So Trzynski's got her second strikeout in the ball game. Isabel Groshek at the plate here for the Hornets. First pitch, check swing. Check up on it here. They say it was a ball. Looked very close from up here. It's a 1-0 count. Trzynski from the stretch. Finds the bottom part of the strike zone. Took a while for home plate umpire to make the decision on it, but I think that's how we're seeing the balls and strikes here today. That part towards the knees of the strike zone seems to be called. We'll see if it stays consistent. That one was a little bit too low, but it was the right idea. 2-1. Here it comes, 2-1. This time it hits the zone, evens it up at 2-2. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Trzynski, a swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for the senior here today. Two up, 2 down. Morgan Nyman. She's got that Craig Counsell type of batting stance with the chicken wing way up there. Using the elbows. It's a mean looking batting stance. We'll see if she can muster up a hit here. Check swing. It was a strike regardless. 1-1. Sam Johnson, probably one of the younger coaches that we see here in the WIAA for a team. And he has a very chill personality with his players. I could tell that he got along with all of them very well into the warm-ups here of this game. Fastball just missing outside, 2-2. But you can tell that he absolutely loves coaching this Rosholt team. Same thing with Ann Molsky and Pachelli. She loves coaching this squad. They always say that they're family. Almost with the power of family comes some great reward. And one of them being last year winning a state title. Ball 4, it's a walk. So Hannah Trzynski has 3 walks already on this game. And Ellie Scharenbach. I botched that name. I apologize. Ellie Scharenbach at the plate. Ellie's running off the starting 9 here for the Hornets. It's a 0-1 count. Ball up high from Trzynski. Hannah Trzynski seems to not really be too comfortable up there on the mound with these pitches. Try to put something together here. Put up some strikes. Two and 1 the count, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. It's a big swing and a miss. This might be one of the first games that we've had this season where the winds are not blowing in every which direction at a really high rate. Fouled off. And with temperatures that we have like this, you can make some good contact. This ball might carry out of here. If any wind that we have, it's blowing from the infield to the outfield. And a called strike 3 looking. Hannah Trzynski has 3 strikeouts in the second inning to total up to 4 in the ball game for her. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 4-1 lead for the Cardinals. You're watching girls WIAA softball here on Zaleski Sports.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
And welcome back to Spot Field, everybody. Today's game is presented by Feltz Dairy. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Feltz Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meat, seasonal decor, and so much more. Feltz Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. Game 1 of our 2-game doubleheader that we have here for you guys. Just about to hit 4:30. We have a game going on across from us, or that's about to start across from us. The Spash Panthers softball team playing in that one. A 1-1 count. Addie's pitch just missed it. High and outside. 2-1 to the right fielder, Rylan Mayak. Mayak fouls it off. Home plate. 2-2. So Pachelli, this team coming off of 4 straight wins. This one up high. It's a full count. 4 straight wins for the Cardinals. Rosholt coming off of the loss in conference play to the team sitting in number 2, Almond Bancroft. And this pitch is taken for a ball, and Rylan Mayak will take a walk. So a leadoff base runner here. Back-to-back innings for the Pachelli Cardinals of them doing that. And Matty Pionic will come to the plate. Pionic takes one inside for a ball. (4-1) your score here in game 1. What a beautiful day in Plover. Just a beautiful day in the entire state. Today is the day to do something outside. And with it being a Friday, I am very sure that a lot of the kids getting off of school want to do something outside. Go get some ice cream maybe. Have a great day at the ballpark. This is ideal. 2-1 the count. Rylan Mayak staying put here at first. Coach Steph not here today for the Cardinals. So, Coach, if you're watching, I didn't really get time to ask. And what was going on? A big liner right down left field line, just hooked foul. I didn't get to ask and why you weren't here, but if you're watching and listening to this, we miss you. Hopefully, Addie from the stretch. Pionic watches one inside, and she will take a walk. Back-to-back walks for the Cardinals to lead off the second inning. Katie Elka. And the players will pause the game as the national anthem is going to be playing for the game going on across from us, which will take us to our own TV timeout. We'll be right back.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
So we're back from that quick timeout here, and Katie Elka and Addie Gagas had a short break, and this pitch a little too high gets away from Ostrowski. Or Nyman. Got away from Nyman, and both base runners will advance an extra 60 feet. 1-0, 1-1. Elka now has the two runners in scoring position. This has the makings to possibly become a big inning for the Cardinals. Strike two. Found the outer part of the zone. Was Gagas. One and two. Fastball up high. Good take. Two and two. Gagas cannot lose Elka here in this at-bat. That would become trouble. Elka fouls it off towards our box over here. Staying alive. The Saturday Night Fever on a Friday afternoon. Game 1 of 2 of our doubleheader. Elka watches down low. Good take from number 5. Now it's a full count. Addie's got to deliver a strike here. The pitch. Hit down the line again. Hit that one even sharper. Made some really good contact on it. Like I said, in this type of weather, you make a good piece of contact, get it in the air, in fair territory. This could be home run type of game. The pitch down into the dirt, it gets away. Mayek slides home safely. And Elka, she's going to be aggressive and run all the way to second off the pitch that got away. And it's a 5-1 ball game. Taking advantage of the pitches that get away. That is how Pachelli does it. So run. Scoring there for the Cardinals, and now it's Hannah Trzynski to the plate. Hits the zone. Nyman dropped the pitch, but it hit the zone. It might have been too good of a pitch from Addie. Runners at second and third. A swing and a miss, and it gets into the dirt again and away. And Pionic is going to score. The Cardinals on top 6-0 or 6-1 now. I'm so used to saying the other team has nothing. Elka advances over to third. Trzynski watches for ball 1. 1-2. Home plate umpire talking to one of the other officials out there right by the shortstop to ask the count. 1-2 is the count. And that time down looking goes Trzynski as Gigas has another strikeout here in the ball game. The second one for Addy. Kalen Yenter now with one down. And this pitch gets away. Elko with the Speedy Gonzalez type of speed will easily score. And now the bases are clear with the 1 out. Yenter down into the outfield, and it's a base hit, and she's going to go aggressive and run right into second as Rosholt got caught sleeping again. And Kalen Yenter has the hustle double. I would assume that would be called a double. If it is, she's got a single and a double here in the ball game. Kelsey Giese now with the runner in scoring position. 7-1 lead for Pachelli. They scored 4 in the first, already 3 here in the second, and only 1 down. Giese watches. That time it got the zone for Addy. 1-1. We'll see if Yenter tries to go to third. Giese took a big hack at it. Fouled off. What a great turnout we had here today. Quite a bit of spectators out there. Giese hits one sharply, and it gets right by at second base, and Yenter is going to score the 8th run for the Cardinals here in the ball game. I'm not sure which this one would be ruled as, but Kaylee Phillips had a really tough play to make. That ball was hit very sharply from Giese. 8-1. Martini fouls it off. If I would guess, that would be ruled as a base hit. 0-1 the count. Addy trying to get out of this. Pitch into the dirt. Pachelli's had 5 out of their 6 base runners reach base here in this inning. And that pitch got away, so Giese easily takes second. And she had the thoughts about going to third. Now Martini's got a runner in scoring position. Giga's pitch a little up high. It's a 3-1 count. Martini's got a good hitter's count here. She's sent a few out of here in the day. The pitch down low for ball 4. And runners are now at first and second with the 1 out. And Pachelli is going to their 8th hitter of the inning. Four walks issued here in this inning by Addy Gigas. 3 hits allowed. Or 2 hits allowed. Tess fouls it back. 0-2. Back-to-back foul balls from Ava Tess. Ava Tess had an RBI single back in the first. The pitch, way up high, and it gets behind the catcher, and both runners will advance again. Still with only one out. This is makings of big-time trouble. Tess, a big swing and a miss. Pitch into the dirt has to be retrieved, and the throw from Nystrom to Ostrowski is in time. 2 down. Both outs here in the second, struck out to end that first inning. Trying to put a couple of runs to make it a 10-1 ball game possibly. First pitch was there for a strike, so it's a 0-1 count to the sophomore. This pitch into the dirt. Good pick by Nystrom. And Nystrom, she's got to be well aware of the situation that's going on. Can't let any other pitches get away from you. Otherwise, those base runners of Pachelli, they are going to come for you and go right at you. Down the line, it's a base hit for Van Order. Goes all the way, dribbling all the way to the back wall. And Van Order's easily going to make it to third base as it's an RBI triple for the sophomore. A 10-1 ball game for the Cardinals. And they have batted the order here in the second inning. How about that from Ella Van Order? A little dribbler from Mayak. Barehanded pickup by Gagas to get the third out here in the inning. But the Pachelli Cardinals, this team just keeps soaring with their runs that they score in conference play. Up to 10 runs here in this ball game. That makes 116 runs in conference play to only 1 allowed. And that's the run here in this game. So we're headed to the top of the third. 10-1 your score. We'll be right back here in game 1 of this 2-game doubleheader.
The Stevens Point Brewery is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics. Experience the many refreshing flavors of Point gourmet sodas, handcrafted in small batches. Each flavor is perfected for your enjoyment, from tasty black cherry cream to the world-famous Point root beer. Every bottle is in the house.
The work that you put in is the work you're going to get out. It starts in the weight room, focusing on those fundamentals, whether it's throwing form, hitting form, running form. So that way when you come to the game, you're not really thinking about them. In my sessions with Carter at WPI, I kind of learned how to be very strong and very flexible at the same time. High pressure situations, the world's pushing down on you and you're trying to push back. Don't let the moment get too big.
A 10-1 ball game here from Plover, Wisconsin, here in game 1 of our 2-game doubleheader. Today's game is presented by Visit Marshfield. Marshfield Dairy Fest is May 31st to June 2nd. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend. And by Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. A 2-0 count early here in the third. Natalie Rink making her second plate appearance in the ball game. Had a leadoff walk to begin in the game. Pachelli exploding in that second inning with 6 runs scoring. Only 3 hits in the inning for the Cardinals, though. So many walks. 4 walks were issued by Addie Gagas. It's a 3-1 count, and Trzynski once again falling behind in the pitch count. The pitch. Swung on, a little dribbler to Tess. The throw to Martini is in time. And sorry we can't get too great of a camera angle of that stuff going on. I can do my best to do that. It's just myself up here in the booth for the day. Kaylee Phillips struck out back in the first. Takes a strike here. Pachelli could score. Well, if Rosholt doesn't score any runs here in this inning, Pachelli could score 6 more runs, and then this game would be done. The 15-run difference rule. This pitch into the dirt, a good block from Yenter, even though it doesn't really impact anything at all. But it shows the effort that she puts into the game. And Yenter, she's a terrific catcher. 1-2. Fastball. Just missed it up high. Looked like a really good pitch. A really nice take from Philtz. She'll try it again. Here we go. A 2-2 count. A little slower of a pitch. Right to Martini at first base for the out. So 2 gone here in the third for Olivia Ostrowski. She's scored the lone run in conference play against the Pachelli Cardinals. So that's got to be something to feel pretty special about. That you are the only one to touch home plate and make your full trip around the bases against the girls in red. Takes this one for a ball. 1-1. Sam Johnson going through the signs with Olivia. Trzynski taking her time. Here comes the pitch, the throw, and it's just dribbled off into foul territory. 1-2. 2 down. Rosholt trying to put another one of those nice innings together like they did in the first. Here comes the pitch. Just missed it outside. Another good take from Ostrowski. I think she's looking for a specific pitch here. Here it comes. Fastball. And it was right down the middle into the outfield for a base hit for Olivia Ostrowski. I think she was just sitting on that pitch, because in that entire pitch sequence, anything that was a little more off speed, she just did not offer. I think she was very familiar with the types of pitches. No, Ostrowski on first base now. This was how Rosholt was able to muster up the 1 run in the first, because it was Addie Gagas hitting that RBI triple. Rylan Mayak made a diving attempt there in right field, but just missed it, and it got by. Yenter almost did a checkoff throw at first. She's had a couple of those already. One of them caught one of the Rosholt players out. 1-1. A dribbler over to Geezy, and the throw gets by. That's an error we typically don't see from the Cardinals. Geezy threw it a little too low for Tess. And then it went into the outfield, and Elka had to go get it. Runners at first and second now. So the E6 on the Cardinals there. First pitch, swing and a miss. Gracie Flees had a line out to end that first inning. So she ended up hitting one very hard in that first inning, but it was right to Trzynski for the out. 0-2 the count to Flees. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Strikeout number 5 for the Triz. So Rosholt was able to get 2 runners aboard, but no damage done. Here in the 3rd inning, we'll head to the bottom of inning number 3. It's a 10-1 ball game here on Zaleski Sports.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
And welcome back, everybody. Today's game is presented by Shoot a Funeral. Shoot a Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shoot a Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. And it's the 3rd time in the batting order here for the Pachelli Cardinals, as it is a no surprise 10-1 lead. And this one goes right between the legs. Time to do push-ups over there, as the 3rd baseman, Ellie Scharnbrock, got megged. And that will be an error. Runner on first base is Pionic. And Pachelli, all they have to do is score 6 runs here in this inning. And they scored 6 back in the 2nd, so it's very doable. And this pitch goes into the dirt, bounces off the glove of Nyman. And Pionic advances to 2nd. Pachelli takes advantage of those pitches that can go down and away on you, even the ones that are too high. Speaking of a little too high, that pitch from Maddie was a little too much. She tries to swipe off some of the dirt towards the mound to get her footing down. It's a 3-0 count on Katie Elka. And that will be a 4-pitch walk. So Pachelli now has runners at the corners. 4 walks in the 2nd inning from Addie Gagas. 1 right here in the 3rd, and a little dribbler from Trzynski down the line, and it just goes foul. Rosholt got a little lucky with that one. But Trzynski is making the lightest of contact. And Molsky talking to her senior. Probably the leader of this squad. Just waits to make that contact, and once again, another dribbler over to first, and it was dropped. And the runner will be safe at first base, and the run will score. So on the error. And I would say that was more so on Ostrowski there at first. But 1 run does score, though. Kalen Yenter has runners at the corners here with no one out. Pachelli needs 5 runs to end this thing. Yenter pops it up. It's going to be a tough play there at first. And what a grab. Taking up from third to home is Katie Elka. That was a really impressive grab, though, from Kylie Filtz. I'm not sure how she made that catch. 1 gone. 1 run does score, so it's a 12-1 game. But I have no idea how Filtz made that catch, because that went right through the glove of Ostrowski. And Ostrowski, she has the shades on. Filtz, she doesn't have any sunglasses or any type of eye protection from the sun on. Just the pupils. But she was able to dilate them and check down that ball for the first out. This pitch down into the dirt, and Trzynski advances to second base. The scoreboard here at the ballpark says it's 11-1, but I believe it's 12-1. This pitch hits the zone. It's a strike. 2-2 the count to Giese. A sharp liner right over to shortstop. The throw to first is in time. Now the throw to third. Sliding down is Trzynski, and the ball gets by, and Trzynski will score the 13th run with 2 outs. Scoreboard still says the game's won. This win here in game 1, I believe. So we'll be right back for more girls WIAA softball here on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on
StaubCO.com.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional. Them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day?
And welcome back, everybody. Top of the 4th. 2 count right off the bat on Izzy Zabluski. This watching wisely. Trzynski sets. Fastball 4th. And they finally do change the scoreboard over here at the field. And I was very, very positive that it was a 13-1 ball game. And I'm glad to know that I was able to get that right. Doing all my commentary, videography, production work up here. I mean, it can be quite the handful sometimes. But it is an absolute fun time up here in the booth. Swing and a miss. So Pachelli this season, 178 runs, 8 runs earned, and a swing and a miss for strikeout number 6 for Hannah Trzynski. But continuing with what I'm saying here, 8 runs earned, make that 9 on the season. So if you want to change that, 7-0, 106 runs, 0 earned going into this ball game. Make that 1 earned now, and 119. I don't care how skilled or how poor the other opponents are. Those numbers are just something that seems like it shouldn't even exist. And then how about their pitching? 108 strikeouts going into today. So make that 114. 11 walks on the season. Trzynski, so obviously her pitching may not be in the greatest of positions right now, but Pachelli's backed up by so much power and so much consistency in their order. And here in game one, we typically see Caden Nelson and Peyton Mansell there in the lineup. And we're still seeing production from these players who we don't often see. And I'm just looking at this here. And Ella Van Order, she had that 2 RBI triple. We don't see her in the lineup too often, but she has been making those appearances more and more. Such a big triple in that game. And then Rylan Mayick, able to get a walk, a run scored in the game. It's just been phenomenal. 3-2, full count. Pitch into the dirt. And taking a walk is Morgan Nyman. I really hope that I'm correct too. If Pachelli gets this last out, that's the ball game in game one here of this 2-game set. And then I'm not sure what game 2 is going to be like, whether or not Rosholt will be the home team for that one. The count to Sharon Brock. Sharon Brock sits back on this pitch, fouls it off. Issued in this ball game by Hannah Trzynski. Just over a third of the total of walks on this season for the Cardinals. And strike 3, looking down goes Sharon Brock. And 7 strikeouts in the ball game for Hannah Trzynski. And this game, I guess, is not over. So I did get that part wrong. But through 4.5, Pachelli looking to stay undefeated in conference play, and it seems like it's going to hold true. We'll be right back for more girls WIAA softball here on Zaleski Sports.
You want a job? You want a career? Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point is hiring. Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point needs laborers, truck drivers, and equipment operators now. Enjoy year-round benefits by calling Farner Asphalt 800-332-3360 to apply, or go to Farner Asphalt. Farner Asphalt is an equal opportunity employer.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Between 4 innings, just about to head to the bottom of our 4th inning here on Zaleski Sports, live from Spud Field for game 1 of our 2-game doubleheader between the Pachelli Cardinals and the Rosholt Hornets. Rosholt 7-6 this year, 4-4, sitting at 3rd in conference play, right behind Allman Bancroft. Pachelli, though, they are the team to beat this season. Likely to be the number 1 team in Division 5, and according to our Zaleski Sports power rankings, where I got to listen on Wednesday to the Zaleski Sports Show with Jason and Dan Ross doing a lead off here in the 4th. Tess, she's got 2 hits in the ball game. So a pretty nice evening here in game 1 for Ava. And now it's Ella Van Order. She had that triple in the 2nd. Van Order watches this one well up high, and Tess will just run to 2nd on the wild pitch. And we'll have to see what the pitch on the helm for the Cardinals. Peyton Mansell, she's done quite a bit of work. Martini, she hasn't pitched as many games this year, but she's coming off of back-to-back perfect game appearances. So she has 2 of those 3 perfect games that Pachelli's had this season. Mansell had the other one against Port Edwards. Pitches coming from Addie a little bit out of control here in the 4th, and she's going to tie her shoe. Maybe tying the shoe will fix the problem. But Natalie Rink, also another pitcher for Rosholt, so I could see it being Natalie Rink against Amelia Martini for pitching in game 2. It's a full count here. It's out of Van Order. Staying tall and strong here from up here to down there. Full count, the pitch. And that one just rolled its way to home plate. Almost like a bowling ball for a walk. Rylan Mayak. She's got an RBI opportunity now. Pachelli doing a great job with runners in scoring position here in the ballgame. Checking her swing and the home plate. Addie's pitch. Gagas a little down low. Evens the count at 1-1. Fouled off and a double bounce off the catcher and then off of the home plate umpire. So a good cut there from Ryland. Lots of events going on here at the WIAA Sports Complex. This one up and inside. Sounded like it went off of the knob of the bat. It just sounded really weird. But they say it was a ball. So 2-2. Pachelli about to reach the end of their third time in the batting order right here. Pionic awaiting on deck to Rylan Mayak. Bases are juiced for Maddie Pionic. Rosholt will here in the ball game for Addie Gagas. Already 2 here in the 4th, and the pitch. Pionic flies one into center, tracking and going a little too fast on it in center field. So Gracie Fleas ended up going a little too back-to-back appearances at the plate where she's reached on errors. Katie Elka now. She's had a swing before in one of these games to end a game. Maybe she can do it again here. Pachelli needs one more run. It's once you're through 3 or 4 innings and it's a 15-run game, the game is over. But once it's through 5, if it's a 10-run game, the game is over. Ground ball over to shortstop. Natalie Rink's throw to second is in time. But runners will now be at the corners with 1 out. Rink, she's done a fantastic job over there at shortstop here in this ball game. She's made a few really great plays. Now Hannah Trzynski has the winning run 60 feet away. Weird to say that it's the winning run when they're already up by 14. The pitch. Fastball down low. Trzynski, she's probably been one of the only hitters who's had the most trouble here with the pitching of Addie Gagas. 2-0. She's got a hitter's count. Here comes the pitch. Trzynski, a light grounder to Rink, and the throw to first is in time. 2 gone. But that run did score. Rylan Mayak did cross the plate, and the Pachelli Cardinals have taken home game 1 of 2. Final score 16-1. We're going to see if they want to keep playing. I'm not too sure. I think that's the final score of the game, though. Runners are at first and third if that's the case, if the game decides to keep going. But I think that is it here for game 1. Stay tuned with us for game number 2. That'll be coming up pretty soon here. Just a little bit after 5 o'clock. So this game took a little bit over an hour, but the Pachelli Cardinals just continuing to be dominant here in conference play this season. So the maintenance crew is going to make their way through the field. Some of the players are probably going to get some food and beverages in their system, and I myself might be doing mute here on our broadcast. Once again, the final score of this one, go through the line here real quick. 16 to All right, so the totals here in the ball game from the pitchers, starting with Addy Gagas, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 7 walks in the game, 3 strikeouts, 16 runs in the game. 13 of those were earned runs by Gagas. Then for Hannah Trzynski, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, 1 run allowed. And what I'm seeing right now, Amelia Martini is doing some pitching warm-ups. So I think it's going to be rank against Martini. As the pitcher matchup in this game. So we'll reset our scoreboard here as we'll get ready for game number 2. But we will send things to a timeout and we will just go mute on our broadcast. We'll be right back in a little bit here. Thank you so much. Actually, I might have gotten a picture from the other coach, but I'm gonna see if it's the same. Because I know we made some changes. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're a little different. Yep. Okay. Thank you so much. You are welcome. And we are back for game to begin this game for the Cardinals. And check out the fresh paint and chalk on the field of maintaining the property. So it's Natalie Rink against Amelia Martini thinning. Pachelli allowed their first conference run of the game. Hannah Trzynski will come to the plate. So going through the starting lineups here real quick, a few changes made from both sides. Enter Kelsey Giese, Amelia Martini, that's the usual. And then in the 7 spot, it's Kaden Nelson, Jaden Zadroik. And at the end of the order, it's Visky on the throw. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. So Rosholt here in game 2 playing as the away team because this was the scheduled game that got postponed on Monday. Kaylin Yenter in the cleanup spot has a chance to blow the gap wide open to begin the game. Trzynski, Elka, and Pionik runners on base. Third pitch of the at bat a little too high. Inside, a 4-pitch walk for the first run of the game. A mound finally finds the zone here. Kelsey Giese once again has the opportunity to odd way into left field. It's a 2 RBI base hit for Kelsey Giese. And ball absolutely juiced. Taking a strikes Amelia Martini. Pachelli already in the 6th spot of the order. Tracking and making the play over it. I mean, there's not really a warning track, but one runner does go. So Yenter, she's on third. And Kaden Nelson making her first appearance of the day here in game 2. And Giese just decides to go to this pitch too high, gets away, and Yenter slides in safe. 4-0. One ball and 2 strikes to the heavy hitter. Kaden Nelson way up high again. And that fresh chalk that was put down by our maintenance crew. Yenter's slide just ended up putting what they all say. It is now a full count, working her way from a 1-2 to a 3-2 count. Is Kaden Nelson. Nelson lines one sharply into center field, right off the glove of the center fielder, Gracie Flees, and Kaden Nelson is aboard on second base with an RBI double. Jaden Zadroik at the plate. A ground ball chopper over to third, just foul. Runners in the batting order scored. Zadroik, ground ball over to Ostrowski. The throw to first is in time, and now the throw back to third gets away. This might be a close play. The throw home, not in time. 2 outs. It's a 6-0 lead for the Cardinals. And Pachelli is already in order. Pops it up, right field, and it's dropped. Actually, no, that was Grace Zaborowski that was there in left field, and she couldn't come up with it. Already back to the top of the order for the second, though. This ball hits sharply into left field, and Maddie Pionik just keeps the motor in that bat running. Another hit. She has a base hit and a double here in this first inning. Runners at the corner. Elka took a walk. Scored a run in this first inning. Pachelli is just going hammer town with the bats today. Second pitch up high. Pionic goes to second. Natalie Rink in a bunch of trouble right now. Hitters count for Katie Elka at a 2-1 count. Just can't let any pitches get away as well. Wild pitches and fastballs are a no. Van Order, she's ready to take off. Good grab there behind the plate by Addie Gagas. So Gagas, she pitched in game 1. 3-1. The going home, and she is easily going to score, and it's an RBI double for Katie Elka. Pachelli has already put up 8 runs here in the first inning. Hannah Trzynski looking to add some damage to the extracurricular activities, and she does. It's a base hit. And the 9th run of the ball game scores here in the first. The dogs are out and barking, as this is not the start you want to see if you are Rosholt, but this is the Pachelli Cardinals we're talking about. They're not one of those mediocre teams. This is one of the best teams in the state, and they're absolutely proving it right now. They just need one more out to get out of this. Natalie Rink is hoping and praying with her pitches right now. 1-0. Yenter reaches down on it, hits it foul. I'm not even sure how she made contact with that pitch. This is the 13th hitter of the inning for Pachelli. This pitch way down low, hit the ground before the plate. Maybe in soft toss you could call that a strike. 2-1. Rink's pitch, grounder, over to Ostrowski, the throw to first, and it's too much away from the first baseman. Tough to handle there for Rosholt, as the runner goes up to third, and now runners are at the corners for Kelsey Giesing. She had a 2 RBI single here in the inning. Probably on Yenter's hit, call it an E3. Ostrowski couldn't handle it. And Giese pops it up center field. Back in, track in, right at the warning track. Making the catch to finally end this inning is Gracie Flees. And Pachelli putting up 9 runs in the first inning of this ball game, and the damage has most definitely been done. We're headed to the middle and the bottom of the first. We'll be right back for more girls WIAA softball here on Zaleski Sports.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home, providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
By Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
And welcome back, everybody. In case you just missed our top of the first inning, Pachelli just ended up batting through 16 hitters in that first inning of the game. 7 hits, 1 or 2 errors were committed, 9 runs scoring. So an explosive first inning against Natalie Rink for the Pachelli Cardinals. And now it's Amelia Martini getting set to make her work happen at the pitcher's mound. And Amelia Martini, let me go through her numbers throughout her season. 3 games she has pitched. 3-0, okay? 1 hit, 15 strikeouts, or 15 innings pitched, excuse me. 1 hit through 15 innings pitched, 0 walks. An opponent's batting average, .022. Almost unhittable. First pitch a little up high for Natalie Rink. Back-to-back perfect game appearances from Amelia Martini. Second pitch in there for a strike. And like I said, I do not care what the opponent is of the game. It does not matter. To have a pitcher do something that she is doing right now is numbers worthy of getting some college offers. And she's only a sophomore after Natalie Rink strikes out. 1 down. Martini is. I didn't get the strikeout numbers, but I'm sure I could gather them up here. But we're going to go through the starting lineup here of the Rosholt Hornets here in Game 2. So Natalie Rink batted first, Kaylee Phillips second, Olivia Ostrowski batting third, Addie Gagas batting fourth, Gracie Flees fifth, Ellie Sharon Brock batting sixth, Grace Zaborowski in the 7th spot, Sierra Pacheholt batting 8th, and Alexis Pacheholt batting 9th. Kaylee Phillips had a good hitters count. Decided to keep going for it. Probably a good idea against the high heat of Amelia Martini. Once again, now she's got to be aware of that count sitting at 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Fastball. Good contact there from Phillips. Fouled back. Martini looking for another one. This one a ball up high. 3-2 the count. What do you do if you are the hitter? Martini has not. And Martini's real stuff. It is that fastball. She can hit you with the off-speed change. But the fastball, that is her bread and butter. And it retires batters like crazy. Speaking of it, there it is. Strikeout number 2. And to keep in mind, in a game against Port Edwards, a little more than a couple of weeks ago, Amelia Martini almost pitched an immaculate inning in that game. Olivia Ostrowski takes a strike. She was 1 pitch off from speed. Fouled off. The ball was really spinning off that bat. So up next for both of these teams, though, Pachelli will be traveling to Pittsville on Monday. And Rosholt will be seeing wild because you are picking the right ones. Through 1 inning of play, Amelia Martini goes 3 up, 3 down. It's a 9-0 lead for the Pachelli Cardinals. And we'll see if Rosholt can try to hang on here and keep their defense.
Put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
And welcome back, everybody. Today's game is presented by Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat your whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. And by Rocky Rococo's. Rocky Rococo's pan-style pizza and pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always easy and affordable Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point. Not sure what the discussion between the home plate umpire and Cardinals coach Hamolsky was about. A 9-0 ball game. Pachelli went through 14 batters. This team is just so good. Pitch inside. 3 balls and no strikes. And with Amelia Martini at the plate here, she can definitely send one out of here with one swing. Takes a strike looking. Not her pitch. Decided not to swing on it. 3-1. Rings pitch. And it's popped up over at second. And it's dropped at second. No. And the woes just continue for Rosholt here. Caden Nelson takes a strike. Game being played, and it's unfortunate that those things happen. Caden Nelson rips one high. Back at the track, this time making the catch in right field is Sierra Paschal. So one Paschal avenging another. One down. See, those are the plays that we love to see being made out here on the diamond. Jaden Zadroik takes a very high off-speed pitch. Zadroik watches down low. 2-0 in the ball game. Down low again. Rink's got to throw him a little bit higher with the fastball. And those off speeds, she has to deliver them a little bit earlier to find that zone. And she just cannot find it right now. You'd have to wonder if Coach Johnson might have to take a meeting with his infield, because things are starting to get a little bit out of control for Natalie Rink. First pitch in there for a strike. We'll see what she can order up. Orders up a base hit and maybe extra. One runner will score. Van Order rounds first, goes into second. And Pachelli is up 10-0. That is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Pachelli Cardinals. Runners at second and third now. And the basketball team that I've got to cover for the past season. Maddie Pionic, she's got a double and a single in the game. Her third. Rings pitch. Fouled off. Over in. It's a 2-1 count. Strike zone. With the off-speed change. And it is a Maddie Pionic, and the bases are loaded again for Katie Elka. She had a walk and a double in the first. Defense of Rosholt can do is rely and trust on their pitcher. And she's got to find the zone. Another ball inside. Here comes the pitch. Another fastball down low. And if you're Katie Elke, you do not swing at this next pitch. You almost have a free walk ahead of you with a 3-0 count. But she did swing at the pitch. Especially with this score. A 3-1 count. Another swing at it, and it goes right between third and short, and it's a base hit for Katie Elka, and Zadroik and Van Order are going to score. As Van Order was running in, but she couldn't get the bat in time. Finally finding the zone here. So Katie Elka, she's having herself a pretty good day too. A 2 RBI single and a double. And a walk in the game. It's looking very possible this game might end in 3 innings. The amount of times the batters have been at the plate for the Cardinals is ridiculous. Two gone in the second. Got to brush off that home plate. Pachelli's hitting a lot of really deep flyouts too here in this ball game. And by very deep, they are approaching that warning track. Even though there's not really a warning track here in the park, it's that zone where there's not much leeway between you and the wall as an outfielder. 2 balls and no strikes to Kaylin Yenter. She's one of 2 Cardinals without a hit in the game. A liner, foul. Pionic got a great jump from second base when that ball made contact with the bat. She was already past third base before the ball hit the ground. Just shows the aggressiveness this team has. Yenter pops one up. This is going to be a tough play. And it's just going to drop there in center field. And the bases are loaded again. And Kelsey Giese will take her step to the plate. And her last appearance, she almost hit one out of here, but it was caught in center field. Takes the ball inside. One and 0 to the shortstop. Fastball. Hits it hard. Play made in center field. A nice catch for out number 3 by Gracie Flees. So, not as much damage was done here in this inning. Only the 3 runs scored, but it was most definitely a long inning for that defense of Rosholt. And now Pachelli with Emilio Martini will take the mound. We're going to keep things here with you guys as we've gone through all of our advertisements here in this 12-0 ball game that we have. Today's game in the Midwest. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Also by Next Step. Next Step Prosthetics, Partner Asphalt. Want to make excellent seasonal money in a short window of time this spring, summer, and fall? Join Farner Asphalt. Take advantage of these excellent seasonal wages and apply today at farnerasphalt.com. And by SC Swiderski. An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right. Amelia Martini taking her second inning on the mound against Addie Gagas. Gagas in game 1 had an RBI triple. And that was pretty much all she wrote on the base pads for the Rosholt Hornets in game 1. 0-1. Martini's pitch fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes to the cleanup hitter, Addie Gagas. The changeup just outside. Used that one as a setup. It was a good pitch. Big swing and a miss. And Amelia Martini, she just knows how to throw a strike. Of how impressive she has been here in this season. Win 2. I'm still looking for the pitching stats here. Here comes the pitch, a swing and a miss. Two gone in the second for Ellie Sharon Brock. Sharon Brock, a swing and a miss. Oh, and 1 again. Just making her swing like a garden hose up there. That was just a really good pitch. Nothing you can do about it as a hitter. 0-2, looking to shut the door in the second for 6. Just outside for a ball. Amelia Martini has pitched 2 perfect games in a row. And make that strikeout number 6. Down goes the side. Right in order, 1, 2, 3 for Amelia Martini. And we're going to head to the third. Once again, we will stay. But this has been such an impressive performance. Opponent batting average of .022. That just is super here. 0 walks. 3 of them that she has pitched. Oh yeah, she can hit, by the way. She hasn't even pitched any complete games yet. And know it, we might have an injury out here on third base. Through high school athletics, these coaches who share their concerns to the other teams about their health and safety for Ellie Sharon Brock. And it's an infield base hit for Kaden Nelson. 2 Zadroik. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Walk. And scored. Ground ball over to short. Throw to first in time. 1 down. For Pachelli without. And if you're Natalie Rink, you're hoping that there can be some kind of double play somehow here. 1-1. A big swing and a miss. Her sister being in one of my classes, and she was saying when she was playing, she was at the bottom of the order and was called for her here in this game. So, as promised and delivered. And it's going to drop. Double. Doubles for Ella. Pachelli up 14-0. Dug out there for Pachelli. Gracie Flea's making here. She's caught the last 3 fly balls. Katie Oka at the plate here. 2 for 2 in the ball game with 2 outs. 3 RBIs in the game for Katie as it's a 15-0 ball game. Just impressive. Ground ball over to short. Hannah Trzynski to reach first base. And runners are now at first and second. We'll handle the rest of it in the dugout. This one base is Hannah Trzynski. Looked like it was going to be a tough play. That ball stayed up really high. We're going to rule the last few as hits. We'll have a pinch runner in there. And Rylan Mayick is the runner at second base now. The #1 team in Division 5 have ended. That one loss they had was to Assumption, and that was in a doubleheader over in Rosendale. Going too far, and 1 run is going to score. Rosholt. I mean, just too many errors going on as Kaylee Feltz overthrew it. That's 2 times here in this game. Pachelli has batted the order. As of her entire, don't think you would swing at a 3-0. Especially in a game. Rank able to put one into the zone to get 1 step closer to getting out of here. Noted as Martini takes a walk. And Caden. And it's an 0-2 count. Natalie Rink has a chance to get out of this. And fouls it back. Toward beautiful day, though, for a doubleheader. About 20 or so minutes past the 6 as we hit the beginning of May. As we hit the close to the 5. Nelson worked it all the way up to 3-2. The pitch down low, and it's a news. If you're Sam Johnson, up in here, it's crazy to me that he hasn't gone up there because you just don't want to see it, a game unfold and unravel like this. Into center field, and it'll drop for a base hit, and 2 runners will score. And ball's hit sharply, and it's going to drop and get by the left fielder, and that is 21-0. In order all the way back on second of the inning, but one. And after the bottom of this inning, and I'm going to stay here with you guys. I mean, this just has a tough makings of a day for one team, and how brilliant, crazy to me what's happening. That was Pachelli, and Maddie Pionic got her 5th at bat in the 3rd inning in this game. So, batters in your order, 3 innings. You do that 4 times. I believe that's a total of 36 batters. Pachelli Cardinals in 3 innings. Compare that to Rosholt right now. Through 2 innings. Like, it's just not fair. It is something wild to me. This Zaborowski, her first plate appearance of the day, takes a pitch up high. It's because you want to give every single batter in your lineup a chance to hit. So I get that. To give up so many runs like that, as a team, I would be in foul territory. I mean, I don't know if that's just me who would think that, but I can't. And I will try to pull up their game schedule here to see how all their ball games went. The 0-2 pitch, And a swing and a miss. That's the second out of the inning. 8 consecutive strikeouts. For Rosholt had a 6-23 loss against Wittenberg-Brentwood. But that's the biggest. Swinging a little too light on it, and when you got a fastball like that, it's tough. Is your ball game. Pachelli taken. Martini has just pitched 3 consecutive perfect games. That is right. 3 consecutive perfect games in that. So it's a perfect game against Rosholt. I'm going to go back into the history books here. Then her appearance before that was against Wild Rose, actually. Went 5 innings, struck out 8. And then before that one, 12 strikeouts. She's a talent, I will say that. The Pachelli Cardinals are sitting at a 16-1 record now on the year. Here of the season, but what's coming up next for Rosholt? So Rosholt is going to be back at home on Monday against Wild Rose. Then they'll travel to Port Edwards on Thursday. Their season will be the following Tuesday against Iowa Scandinavia over in Rosholt. Then for the Pacelli Cardinals, I'll be there for that one. I believe the baseball team is also playing there in Pittsville. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then it'll be Tuesday against Almond Bancroft. That'll take place here. Then Thursday against Mosinee. Or towards late April. So that game got moved to Thursday the 9th. And then it's Tri-County after that. And then they will be traveling to Anago. But it seems like that game might be canceled. And then to round off their season will be against St. Mary Springs. So I believe a Division III program. All game. Pachelli's got a pretty good challenging schedule, and especially that game against Mosinee. I think that's going to be one that's marked for them as one of the bigger games of the year. And considering that Mosinee beat Pachelli last year over in Mosinee High School, on top of the world right now with a 21-0 lead. But coming up next is our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. I'm not sure if we'll be doing our interviews at the end of this one, considering how the end of all this went, but we'll send it to a commercial break. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Queso Blanca, and the cheese be with you.
And welcome back to the conclusion here of our game, everybody. Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Do you want to do an interview? I could. I'm not too sure what types of questions I'll be asking. Considering the margin of victory. But yeah. Cool beans. All right. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna ask you. Like, I'm not sure what to say about games that like result like that.
Right. So I mean, we don't need to do an interview. We don't.
We
Because
don't have to, but like.
yeah, but this is. I mean, what's hard is when you play a team like this.
I felt really bad when I was out there. I was like, I think I even said no after like when the girls dropped the fly balls.
Well, I was like, catch the ball. Yes, she got the ball. I'm like, oh, that's an out. I'm like, whoops. Yeah. So no, we don't need to do an interview. You're
Okay.
good. Awesome. Hey, Neil, you see that ball in there? I'm greedy with balls. You know that.
I mean, I guess if we just make if we're making highlights for this set, I guess all I can have is Amelia say her name in the house.
There we go.
So.
We can do that. Yeah, you cut off Hannah and Peyton, the Poinette one. I was
cut off?
I was rewatching the game and forgot to run Hannah to the big Peyton. I never got to that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. But the rest of the interviews and stuff, like those.
Her giggling and oh my god, I hate these things.
That's funny. That was really funny.
Amelia. Right here.
Do you just want to say your name and you're in the house just in case we do like highlights or whatever?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go now. My name's Amelia Martini and I'm in the house. There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yep. Keep pitching.